The Boston Celtics are a minus 800. The Boston Celtics had an 88% chance of winning this series. The Knicks were a huge underdog. They all wrote us off. 13 experts at ESPN picked the Celtics in a range of Celtics in 5, Celtics in 7. These Knicks won 5 consecutive road games. These Knicks are the first team in NBA history to come back from 20 in 2 consecutive playoff games. This is the first ever post-game call-up show, and we're going to get the show cracking just like this. Welcome everyone to the post-game call-up show. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the objective fan, and I'm on fire. Straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. And you know the vibes, y'all. First off, y'all, I gotta say salute to the chat early, y'all. This is the first post-game call-up show. I see you, Maxine. I see you, J-Tap. I see you, Beeman Boy. Crimes Dad, did we win? Crimes Dad. First off, calling the anti-Coach Tibs hive. Crimes Dad, you're the chairman of the board. You're the chairman of the board. Calling Trevor. Calling Stephen A. Smith. I'm calling all of you guys who are Knicks fans who doubted us in any way. Yes, I see the calls. By the way, I will be taking calls. I just got to go on my little soliloquy for a second. But we will be taking calls 646-995-8389. Coach Tibs is the main architect behind these wins. You talk about adjustments. This series is full of adjustments. He outcoached the world champion coach, the great Coach Tibs. And no, I don't got subscriber mode only on. I want the Boston Celtic fans to come up in here. Just like in Detroit, I got a whole bunch of Celtic trolls coming for my head, commenting. I had a dude earlier said the Knicks are not going to win another game in this series. I actually responded because I usually don't respond. I said, you don't believe that. Coach Tibs, Mikal Bridges, often criticized heavily by Knicks fans. He had a bad game. I didn't say nothing inside the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. By the way, salute to the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. We were lit. It was lit in there. And if you're not inside the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server, you need to get in there. I'm going to tell you like this. First off, salute to still Knicks fans. My man Ron, I text them as soon as we won, but also, salute to Knicks will be champs 25-26. That brother right there is a voice of reason. Calm down. Everything's going to be all right. Salute to JJP NYC. He also said, I will never, ever, ever doubt my Knicks against the Boston Celtics. It will never happen. I told you guys to believe. I did a 2-hour show. Hold on. Where my notes at? I don't even got my notes. Where's my notes at? I did a 2-hour show. Hold up. Right? Telling you guys the 10 reasons why the Knicks will win. This is an outline of what I was talking about. Smart, aggressive defense. We seen that. One-on-one against Tatum. No unnecessary double teams on him. We didn't really see size on Brown. Didn't matter. Attack the weak links. Al Horford, KP. I mean, Coach Tibs. And of course, the captain. By the way, I'm rocking Captain 11 enjoying the night. And also, guys, this Nick hat right here. Salute to my man, Knicks will be chance 25-26. He got the black Knicks hat. I got the red Knicks hat. I didn't wear this hat in a minute, right? So game one, I said, yo, I need something to wear. I need something to wear. So I've been wearing orange and blue every day for like the past 30 days. So, you know, this is New York City. We like to get fly. We wear all types of colors. You know, you might wear your red. You might wear your lime green. You might wear, you know what I'm saying? You know how New York do, right? So I said, you know what, I'm gonna throw on some red. But what I didn't realize was it was game day. So when it's game day, I'm nicked out. I got my jacket. I got my hoodie. I got my hat. I mean, I'm like a walking billboard for the Knicks. All right? I said, yo, I had this on and I had the red outfit to go with it, right? I had like on like a red light shirt, whatever. I said, yo, I'm gonna rock the hat, man. I'm not superstitious like that anyway. I said, I'm gonna rock the hat. We got game one. So I said, yo, game two. What am I gonna do? I gotta go outside. What should I do tonight? Red hat. I was gonna wear it on the live, but I said, I gotta represent for the captain. I gotta represent for the captain. He could be 0 of 18 going into the fourth quarter. Okay? That brother's, he gonna close out the game as long as it's close. Yuri, I'm about to get you up in here, man. Make sure the phone lines is working before I get my man Yuri. He was the first caller. This is a after post-game call-up show. I got a whole bunch of notes, man. I could literally go through my entire notepad right here. I mean, a whole bunch of interesting things. I thought Boston started out the game really good. They had an idea to attack Brunson with Holiday, something I was concerned about. But in typical Boston fashion, they're not going to stick to their guns. They're not going to stick to what works. You know why? Because they're going to resort to the three ball. How many threes did they take in that fourth quarter? I don't got the exact stat on that. I'm gonna set up the research mode and all that stuff. But let me get Yuri back on the line. We're gonna have a conversation tonight. Keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. Let me get Yuri on. But man, I'm gonna get the threes too. I'm curious to see how many threes, because it felt like one stretch when they went 8 minutes without scoring that that those guys took a whole lot of threes. Hello, Yuri.
Please
are you
leave
there?
Your message.
Yuri, call back. I'm gonna pull up how many threes they took in that third quarter. Let me get the box score together. I mean in the fourth quarter. Sorry. It just seemed to me like these guys just folded. Could you believe we were a 10.5 underdog in this game? It's one thing to have us as an underdog. I ain't mad at that. But to have us as a plus 10.5, that's disrespectful. Then if you look on ESPN.com, they got us as a minus, as a, what's this? Plus 5.5. Hopefully my phone lines is working good, Yuri. Call back. I just called you. Call back. Phone lines are definitely open. But hold on, I'm gonna pull up this fourth quarter too, because I felt like they took 100,000 threes. Oh no, this is for game 3. Okay. I'm about to say, I know they fronting on me on the odds. That's the game 3 odds. Okay. So game 2 odds, yeah, plus 10.5, minus 10.5. You see that? That's crazy. How in the hell they minus 10.5? Very disrespectful, man. Very disrespectful. That 5.5, I'm cool with that number. I want to pull up this fourth quarter though, really quick. Let me see how I get there. Recap. No, game cast. No, it might be play by play. Yeah, here we go. I want to see how many threes they took. Let me go to Boston. We're gonna put fourth quarter, and I want to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They missed 9 threes in the fourth quarter, bro. Oh, I got Yuri on the line. Oh, yeah, I just missed you. Hold on, Yuri. Let me get you back. Yuri just called. Hold on, 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Yuri, what's going on, man?
Yo.
What's
Wait, hang on.
going
I can't hear you. Let
on?
me call you back.
You can't hear me? Uh-oh. Why does my mic always switch when Yuri calls? It's weird. All right, he should be able to hear me. Hey, Yuri, what's going on, man? Let's go. Hey, man. Talk to me, Yuri.
You come at the king. You best not miss. You can take your best shot. You best not miss. You can be up 20. You better make it a 30-point lead just to keep this team down.
Let's go.
When you come at the king, you best not miss.
Facts.
Oh my God.
Oh man. What's your thoughts on the collapse, the utter collapse in the fourth quarter? They missed 9 threes. You would have thought they lost their lesson. They missed 9 threes in the fourth quarter.
You would think they would learn their lesson. Like, yo, we saw them too in the game. They started driving to the paint. They weren't, taking 3-point shots anymore. They were taking less
early on. Yep.
Early on, you saw in the first half, they were attacking the paint. They were generating looks. Then, by the second half, they're like, okay, we got a 20-point lead. Let's just blow them out. Brick. You could have built 3 picky houses with the bricks. Seriously.
Do you remember what I said in the Discord server about them shooting 2-point shots?
Yes, I did. I remember that still.
I said, they're not gonna beat us attacking the basket.
And they knew that too.
We're not gonna lose the game. They were doing good early. We're not gonna lose the game like that. That's not their game. This is their game. This is what they do, guys. 9 missed threes. Oh my God.
If you're the Boston Celtics right now, you are sick to your stomach. You're sick. You are sick to your stomach right now. And I'm gonna tell you why. You had that game won. You actually had that game won. We were hitting our shots. The offense was stacking it all night. Cat had an ego trip and a half, and Jalen had to literally talk to him about it. OG was getting screwed. He wasn't hitting the shots. Mikal had a terrible first 3 quarters. Then all of a sudden, he puts on his Tracy McGrady cape on.
Yep. But that was early. Well, on the offensive side, he didn't have a good game. I thought defensively he was all right.
Defensively, he was amazing tonight.
Yeah, I thought defensively he wasn't bad. It's just on the offensive. That's why I wasn't really going at him in the Discord like that.
I wasn't really going at him in the Discord. I knew he was going to bounce back.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to bounce back. But, my God, you want to talk about a collapse. This was worse than a game 1 collapse. And I'm going to tell you why. This was worse than a game 1 collapse. The game 1 collapse, you expected it. You expected it. Game 2, you didn't expect it. Game 2, you didn't expect it. Because game 2, they actually made adjustments.
Wait, hold on. He said he's in. Crimes Dad said he's in Boston.
Crimes Dad, you in Boston right now?
He said they built. I don't know if he's for real, but he said they building a new garden with all their bricks. Let's go, man.
Once the collapse in that quarter, I don't know. Nobody noticed it. They played hack and bitch again. Yeah. And you peep what the adjustment was to that, though, right? Yeah, he took out Mitch for Hart. He took out Mitch for OG.
Right, but before he took him out, he let them get the fouls up.
And then he took him out. Tibs was like,
then he took him out. Yo, man. First off, Coach Tibs, they say my bad, y'all. I was going to do a show. I was going to do a members show actually, where I was going to point out the 10 adjustments from game 1. I didn't get a chance to do it, and I knew we had to move on to game 2. But Coach Tibs had been out coaching Joe Mazzulla, the great Joe Mazzulla, since game 1. And I will go defend Coach Tibs to the end of the moon. For all the anti-Coach Tibs hive people that don't like Tibs, I'm telling you right now, he's beginning to look like Andy Reid. How many of you guys know the Andy Reid story? They got on him. Oh, he never won a championship. He's old. He never won a championship. And what happened?
He won.
There you go. There you go. I'm riding with Coach Tibs tonight.
2-0 right now. We are 2-0 thanks to Tibs. You want to know what's the adjustments that were made? Hacker Mitch foiled.
Foiled.
KP being subbed out. Guess what happens? Cat gets put on KP.
Facts.
Cat gets put on KP. KP got shut down throughout the rest of the night. I don't want to hear crap. Cat actually played his balls off today.
Tell me about it. And played a little defense.
Not bad for a big man who doesn't play defense, huh?
That's what they say.
Out of here.
That's what they say, Yuri.
Hey, sure.
That's what they say.
I'm taking shots at you. Cat plays defense. Come join the call if you want to debate that. I want all the smoke tonight.
Listen, all the anti-Nick people. Who's that? I don't want to say no names, but you remember they put in the Discord some dude that was ranting about how bad the Knicks are and they're not doing this. You remember that rant?
Yeah, I remember that.
My thing is this. I think I'm too positive. That's why I'm probably not getting 100 views yet. Because y'all want to hear a dude just tear the Knicks down. I'm the objective fan. There's no reason to be a pessimistic entering a series. I don't understand it. I never did. Oh, man, they're just going to go to Boston, but they might win a game. Let it happen. If we lose, I'll be the first one to trash us. But going into the postseason like it's and then don't forget the 0-10 narrative. I'm not even going to talk about 0-10.
About that if you don't mind.
You can do your rant, but I'm going to do an unfiltered thought on it. But you could go ahead and go on a rant on it. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, we lose to the Cavs, 0-4. Okay, fine. No problem. We lose to OKC, 0-2. Fine. Not a problem. I'm okay with that. We lose to the Boston Celtics, 0-4. Regular season, 0-10. Everyone's saying that the Knicks can't beat elite teams. The Knicks aren't going to beat Boston. Regular season does not mean ish. It doesn't mean jack. It doesn't mean jack anymore. I'm tired of the noise. I'm tired of it. Wanna know why I'm tired of it? Look who started the series in Indy and Cleveland. Indy up 2-0 against the Cavs.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't begun my rant about that. So does that mean that Indiana can't beat elite teams? Does that mean the Knicks can't beat elite teams? Man, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the media talking about it. Regular season doesn't mean jack. Knicks had 50
Doesn't
wins.
mean nothing.
Knicks had 50 wins this season, back to back. Oh, they're going to be knocked out first time. Made it past the first round. Oh, they're going to be knocked out exit. Looking like we're going to be moving to the Eastern Conference Finals soon.
Hey, we definitely going to the finals. Look, the further we get along, the less objective I'm going to be. Real quickly, Yuri, I see Crimes Dad. I see the super chat. I didn't get a chance to text you on the call-up number, but I got it. I'm going to show it. I'm going to show it in a second, Crimes Dad. I'm going to put it on the screen. I should have put it in the Discord. I'm going to show y'all with Crims Dad. I can say Crimes Dad. By the way, salute Crims Dad. Salute the Crims. But I'm gonna show he came up with something that he came up for me. But go ahead, I just wanted to shout him out with the super chat.
Yeah, no, Crimes Dad is cool. Crimes Dad is very cool.
Nah, he's a man. I'm gonna show you what he. I don't even know how he did this, but I'm gonna show you what he did. I just gotta get this on the computer. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it in the Discord server, and then I'm gonna share it from there. But yeah, I hear you, Yuri. I mean, it's looking like Indiana.
Stop glorifying the regular season. We really have to.
We really do, and I've been saying that the whole time. Nobody want to listen to me.
We gotta stop it. We really have to. I get it. Cleveland had an awesome regular season. Congrats, you deserve it. I mean that.
Oh, Crimes Dad said he likes Crimes Dad. Yeah, I like Crimes Dad too because I think I've been saying it for a long time. But I want to also salute Crims though because you're Crims Dad. So I don't want to take away from Crims. I feel like I'm still in Crims light. But okay, okay.
But for real, like if you look throughout this entire game, Boston made adjustments. Coin. It's not like
they did. They did.
They did. Shut down the Knicks for a good while. We didn't get nothing going until the second half. Yeah.
Attacking Brunson early, that was one adjustment. They took less threes in the first half. They were, trying to get to the basket, drawing, then Brown took over. Brown was he was in the paint all day.
I was fine with Brown taking over. You want to know why?
Yeah.
As long as it's not Tatum taking over. I'd rather have Brown take over. Fine, Brown, have the first half, then target both of them.
Facts.
And here's the thing.
Nah, you're right.
Blowing two 20-point leads is nasty work.
Nasty work, bro. Like, I mean, despicable. Okay, there we go. I got it. So, guys, I want to show you guys what Crimes Dad did. This is fire. I don't even know how he did this.
Can you get on your screen? Do you need help?
I got it. Yeah, this is what he did.
Oh, I've seen that before. I've seen that before.
You saw that?
Yeah, I think that was AI use. I think he used AI to make that.
He did some AI joint, right? That's fire, man. I'm about to make that my avatar.
The objective.
Oh, you guys can't even see the. You guys can't see the bottom. He got the name on the bottom
AI,
too.
I figured as much.
Yeah, you see that? He got featuring Karan Pierre. Like, that's fire, man.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yo, but Tibs is out coaching Joe Mazzulla. Joe Mazzulla, I looked on the Boston Reddit, they want Joe Mazzulla fired right now. The Boston fans.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. You think we have the bad Joe Mazzulla fans? The Boston Celtics fans are on full meltdown right now.
Oh my God. So, but see, this is why, Yuri, this is why I kept saying, allow the playoffs to persist. Y'all coming, all these Knicks fans had such a negative attitude going into the playoffs. Fire Tibs and this, that, and the third. I'm like, you got to give yourself a shot. How you gonna fire a dude? We didn't even lose yet. It'd be one thing if we lost to Detroit. Then okay, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Fine, okay, we lost to Detroit. Fine, whatever.
We may have to make some changes, right? But yeah. But by the way, thanks, Crimes Dad, I appreciate that.
That was awesome what you did. I loved it.
Hey, Crims Dad, you can send it to the call up show number, all right, if you want.
All I'm gonna say is that what a way to choke.
Oh my God.
You want to talk about a collapse? This was worse than Game 1 collapse. You want to know why this was worse than Game 1 collapse? You want to know why this was Game 1 collapse? I'm going to tell you why. Game 1 collapse, you expected it. You know what I mean? You expected Game 1 collapse because with the way that was going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Game 2, they were firing on all cylinders. I mean, you couldn't stop them for the first half.
They played well.
They definitely played really well. I'm not taking that away from them, but something clicked. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you what it was. It was Coach Tibbs' adjustments. Yes, I'm riding with Tibbs.
It wasn't even a Coach Tibbs. It wasn't even a Coach Tibbs. It wasn't even a Coach Tibbs adjustment. It was the players themselves. You wanna know why? PJ Tucker. Salute you, my man. Thank you for transforming this Knicks team for what they do. Everyone bashed on this signing. Everybody saying, "Oh, we should have brought up Moses Brown. We should have brought up T.J. Warren." No, PJ Tucker was the guy. You want to know why? Casual fans don't know what veteran leadership can bring to the team.
No, they don't.
Veteran leadership is important, especially when you're on a playoff team. Fine, he's situational. You don't want to play him, fine, whatever. I understand that. You know what I mean? But you've seen the players talk about him. You've seen it. The players love him.
Yeah.
Cat loves him. Jalen
Didn't he have the quote where he said the players, they talked to him, but they wasn't communicating with each other?
Yes.
So he got them to talk to each other. Oh, by the way, salute to still Knicks fans in the house. Man, he was one of the first people I texted, my man Ron. One of the first people I text, I said, yo, man. I don't think I said anything. I just said, yo.
Let me repeat the quote again. PJ Tucker, they all talked to me, but they didn't talk to each other in real time. To get stops, have help, to be on the same page on offense, read each other. We needed to do those things instead of putting our hands up and looking at each other. It's changed.
Facts.
Do you know how huge that is if you're a Knicks fan hearing that? I'm going to tell you why it's huge. It's huge because the Knicks themselves, yes, you heard it right, the Knicks themselves, if you look back on how the games were going in the early seasons, up until the second halfway point, really, you can tell how it was in the second half. they look like they didn't trust each other anymore. They look like every time a play went wrong and they missed an assignment, they always would look to each other, like to put blame on one another. And we all thought the chemistry was not there anymore compared to how it was in the first half. You know what I mean? Now you look at them and you're like, now they're talking to each other. They're communicating. You know what I mean? They're communicating with each other. Mitch is communicating with Towns. Towns is communicating with Jalen. Even though on the offense side, I'm pretty sure they're going to work out whatever they got to work out. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the most important part is they're coming together at such an important time. They're coming together during the playoffs. You wanted it to come together during the regular season, Coin. But during the playoffs, it's magical. And I'm going to tell some people said something right now. You know what Jalen said on his Roomcade podcast? He said, and I quote, "I love being the underdog. I love it."
Yes. And I said that. Remember, coming into the playoffs, I said, I hope they all pick against us. I want to go against everybody. I don't want nobody on our side. By the way, this is another AI that Crim's dad did for me. And he got my jacket on. I actually got that jacket. And that's fire. I like that. I actually wore that jacket to the live watch party. Yeah, that's one of my joints right there. When I got that jacket on and the hat and a Knicks shirt underneath, man, I look like a walking billboard, man. A walking billboard. But yeah, salute to Crim's dad. But if you just joined, this is the post. If you just joined, this is the post game Knicks. Well, it's not a Knicks call up show directly, but it's a post game Knicks call up show. We're talking about the game, so call up 646-995-8389. I got Yuri on the line right now, and he's cooking right now.
All I'm gonna say, right? This Knicks team is special, and I mean special. We've seen this team grow from the game 1 all the way to the game 82 right in regular season.
Right.
And to the people that say that, oh, this team is soft, look at what they did in playoffs. That's not soft. That's grit. That's
grit.
Grit.
But you know what, Yuri? What did Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart say? Last year's team is just different. We're not making no comparison. We are what we are. Why are we comparing ourselves? And see, that's another thing too, Yuri. Knicks fans, why are y'all so hell-bent on trying to diminish us and compare us to last year's team? That's another thing I don't like. I don't like no negativity headed into the postseason and just period, right? Because, you might win. and now some of you are beginning to see the light because you're up 2-0. But I've been on this path, this train. I'm just the objective fan. I can't go all the way off the deep end. But I tell you what, though, Yuri, I got it Knicks in 5. Yeah, it's Knicks in 5, guys. It's Knicks in 5.
I'm still
not 6.
7. I'm still saying Knicks in 7. I'm sticking.
Nah, bro. No way, bro.
Because I know
that means they got to win all the games in MSG and hope that we don't win. Nah, can't see it.
I'm still saying Knicks in 7 for a reason. I'm gonna tell you why. I don't trust that home court. I don't trust home court. The Knicks, for some reason, form worse on a home court than they do on the road.
No, that's true.
Why? So I'm still saying Knicks.
I think we're gonna get one game. I think we're gonna get one game at home for sure, guaranteed. Right? I don't want to say sweep.
I think we're gonna get one game at home too. I would love to get one.
No, I'm talking about the next 2 games. I'm talking about game 3 or game 4. We're going to get one of those games. And then that's it. Once we go back to Boston, it's over. Listen to me. We're going to steal their hearts. We're going to be the first team in postseason history to have 6 consecutive road games, road wins. I'm telling you, man, it's the writings on the wall. You know why I say that, Yuri? I watched a lot of Boston, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're out of adjustments.
Oh, yeah.
That's all they got.
It's obvious. If game 2 didn't show that today, if game 2 didn't show that, if game 2, they were struggling to lock up OG. Game 2 struggle. Tibs legit put just Tibs, let me tell you something about Tibs. And I talked about this with Mike. They lost all those games on purpose. Mark my words. They lost all those games on purpose.
Facts. No, well, I can't say facts. I can't say facts. I'm gonna say I could see it happening. I could see it happen. I'm not gonna say facts because I'm not sure. Because to be honest, those guys want to win every game. Like I mean,
Right, obviously.
you see how those guys prepare. So I don't see Coach Tibbs, putting in his. You know what I just think, Yuri? We're a better team, and I've been saying it, and I said it coming into the series. This series is gonna look more like Game 4. The overtime game than the first three. The first 3 games, we didn't have Mitch. The defense is not as good as it is now.
And Cat
the Knicks defense right now is elite.
Let's be fair here.
Huh?
Without Mitch, Cat held his own for a while.
No, he did. He did. But Mitch coming back now, he fortifies it. Like it's like now we're kind of like a complete team. And yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, by the way, no injuries. No injuries.
See, that was always a major key. Health was always a major key coming into the postseason. Because look, to talk about last year's Knicks team, I'm gonna flip it on you. Instead of making a negative comparison, I'm gonna say I think last year's team could do the same thing that this year's team did if they were healthy. We had a healthy Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson with OG and Hartenstein. Dude, we're going to the Eastern Conference Finals at least. And I think we would have gave Boston a run for their money the way we doing it now. We could have did that last year if we had health, right? But we didn't have health and we lost. So guess what? Cleveland, I might giving them a pass. I don't care because no one gave us a pass.
My friend told me straight up. My friend told me, he was like, yo, should we give Cleveland a pass? No.
Nah, I ain't giving Cleveland no pass. Nope. Because we didn't get no passes. Trust me. They came for my head. Oh, the Knicks shot dropped the ball. Okay, cool.
Okay,
don't get a pass.
Say that. Fine. We had injuries. Oh, we don't care. Guess what? You have injuries. I'm not giving you guys a pass.
No pass.
I hope y'all lose to the Pacers. I told my friend. I hope.
Oh, that series over too. That series over. That series might actually end in a sweep because they really got health issues. Like Garland ain't there.
How bad is their health issues, Corin? I did not hear. How bad is their health issues? Because
Garland missed some time. Garland missed some time. I think did Garland even play in the playoffs?
No,
I'm not even sure.
He only played
because I didn't watch no Cleveland games and I didn't watch no OKC games because I knew those games were a wash.
I got you right now. I got you. You're right.
You know. So.
Okay, yeah. Garland, Bam Adebayo. Okay, Miami game, right? The Miami game.
Right. 4 games.
Garland played in the Miami game.
He played in them. Okay. Yeah, I didn't watch none of those games. That was a waste of time.
One by one, just in case I can verify it.
Yeah, that was a waste of time.
Yeah, Garland played in game 2 and 1 in Miami. All right, let me check the other ones.
Okay.
Garland. Yeah, no, Garland was out for game 3.
He was out for game 3. Yeah. So he's been dealing with an injury, right? Whatever it is, I'm not sure if it's the
toe injury.
The toe joint. So that's a tough injury, man. That's a tough injury. People they say, "Oh, it's a toe." No, it's a serious injury.
Garland didn't play in game 4.
Right. So there you go. So
Pacers.
You going to Indiana's home now, and you ain't got your squad.
There is Garland left.
Hold on, Yuri. I do got another call. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to try to merge it. If I don't merge it, call back.
Deal.
Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
Yeah. This is the new Knicks.
Let's go, new Knicks.
Yeah, baby.
Yo, talk your talk. First off, you was a believer. I remember you. I remember the last call. You were a believer.
Hey, listen. I wanted to start off my call how I should have started off my call the last time I called. Yo.
Okay.
I never ever call and ask you to play something, right?
Okay.
You know what I want you to play. Knicks in the ECF, baby. You heard?
Let's go.
Yeah, definitely. Yo,
Bro, it's going down.
Listen.
And you said Knicks in 6, right?
I did, but but I've been hearing y'all talk, and I did call game 2, and I said we was gonna win game 2. Um, here comes the broom.
Oh, let's go. I'm riding.
You know that DMX song? Here comes the boom. Here comes the boom.
Yes, here comes the broom. Let's go. I like
As
that.
soon as I get back home to Miami, I'ma make the remix. Here comes the broom. Here comes the broom. Here comes the broom.
Nice.
Listen, I think we
Oh,
sweeping them. I think soften is soft, just like I've been calling it.
soften.
The soften Celtics. Them light skinned niggas they can't hold the pressure. They crack under pressure. You see the look in
Yes.
their face. You see they shook. They know we got Captain Crunch.
Ooh.
Listen, listen. We was on the show calling it play by play, and I always got that gut feeling. I know. Listen, game 3, we taking it. I don't want to get into my Phil Stradamus bag because then everybody.
Don't say that. Don't you?
Oh
If
no
we
no
take
no
game 3, yeah, the brooms is
no
out
no
for
no no
sure.
no 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 no. I just if I say here comes the broom, broom
It's over.
usually that's a 4-0.
Got you. Got you.
If
I'm still
we
trying to be level
if
headed. I gotta throw that out the window.
if I'm going to Home Depot in the morning to get me a nice expensive feather push broom. Yeah, I
Let's
mean,
go.
for soften, yeah, I mean, because you got to get the soft bristles for
Yes,
soften.
the
Yeah, I
soft
mean,
bristles.
yeah. I'm dusting these niggas the hell out of here. Yeah, I mean,
Get them out of here.
I wanna control my language because I respect. Yeah, I mean, the
Yes,
objective
yes.
Knicks
Family show.
fam. It is a fam show, but yes. I'm sorry, guys, but ah, it's so good. It's so good to be on this side. It's so good to be on
Man,
this side. Like I've
so
been
many
listening.
years, right?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I said so many years, right? So many years having to struggle in the postseason, first round out, early second round outs. A lot of struggle since the '90s, man.
Yeah, but listen, if you don't endure the rain, how you gonna appreciate the sunshine?
Facts. And
Yeah,
that's
I
why,
mean,
listen, that's why I want Stephen A. Smith. First off, I don't like Knicks fans that's halfway in, right? And halfway out. Now he gonna go on this show and go, yeah, orange and blue skies. When he literally just said the other day that Boston's still gonna win the series.
yo, Stephen A. Smith, every Knicks fan in the world knows that Stephen A. Smith is a goofy. That's why all these Nick podcasts been popping off because these medias they see a little highlights, they look at their numbers, but they don't watch and know what's going on with our squad and with our city like we do. You feel what I'm
Facts.
saying? So listen, I'm
Facts.
gonna let all that. I've been listening to all of them. Evan and Tiki, the fan, and this
Yeah, there's a
guy and
guy on the
this guy.
fan. I can't remember his name. They put it in the Discord server. I mean, this dude
Yeah,
was so negative. I'm like,
yeah.
yo, you got to give yourself a shot. We didn't even play Boston yet.
Callan Cowherd, that's another goofy that's
Another
been.
dude.
I mean, listen, we can't help it if there's I'm gonna stick to the young terminology, a bunch of glazers out there. Let
Yes.
them glaze. Like that's not what we do on this side.
Nah, that's
If
a fact. That's a
if a
fact.
lot of them niggas want jobs at Dunkin' Donuts and get that hot glaze joint, that's on them. Krispy Kreme, wherever the fuck they at. Sorry, excuse my language. But yeah,
Yes, yes.
listen, Knicks is in the building. We been smelled the blood. We been smelt the blood. And listen, there's nothing nobody could tell me.
Facts.
And listen, the brooms is coming out. I smell the blood. Four up, four zip. We going home. Listen, a lot of things, a lot of people are forgetting the factor that MSG, even though Boston might play good away, but listen, this is MSG. The energy is gonna be in a level that we haven't seen probably in 40, 30, whatever plus years.
Oh no, facts. Yeah,
Trust,
we gonna bring
trust
it on
and
Sunday. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna
trust
be
and
crazy.
believe that there might be 4 heart attacks in front of MSG before the game starts.
He
So
said before the game start. Let's
before
go.
the game starts, there's gonna be 4 heart attacks and 28 arrests. I don't wish it on anybody, but I know what we insane when it comes to it.
But hold on, new Knicks. Do you realize what you saying? You know how, dude. I was outside the Garden, Game 5 last year. Right, we didn't even win the series. They out there for 2 hours.
Oh,
Let's go, Knicks. So you trying to tell me we going to go up 3-0? We go up 3-0 against the defending champ. You know how crazy that Broadway gonna be? They
listen,
gonna riot down there.
listen. I'll tell you one thing. People gonna be 4 hours drunk, passed out before the game starts. Like we are gonna be
Let's
on.
go.
We gonna be on another level. As much as I wish I was in New York City, back at home, enjoying the
Yes.
energy with the rest of the fans, but trust and believe that I'm projecting my energy through the television into my squad, and it's unavoidable. You know what I mean? I don't want to say the words, but we definitely undeniable. There ain't no team better than us. Not the Boston, not Indiana. I don't care who it is that's in. They going. It's not even a question. They going down, and
Right.
you could book it.
You could book it. I'm riding with you, man. Yo, great call, bro. Great call, man. I appreciate you calling up, man, from OT, man. Salute.
No, definitely, man. I just want the people to know, man. Like, listen, we here, and this is for real. Like, check, check who's on the squad. Check who's on the squad, and shout outs to Tibs, all the Tibs
Yes.
hater, all the Tibs hater. Listen, the man is a genius. A lot of the menace police was out there
Yes,
all
they
year
were.
long. Listen, Donovan Mitchell can't even play past 45 minutes. Our players just played a whole 48 minutes plus overtime, won the game, came back, won it again. You cannot listen. If you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready.
Don't gotta get
We are battle tested. We played the most physical team out there in Detroit, and
facts.
it was water. It was water.
Yep. Man, so all right, my brother. I appreciate the call, man. I'll be going live Friday too for the call up show, regular time, 10:45. Hopefully you can tap in as well.
Oh, definitely. If I ain't traveling, I'm
Mm-hmm.
definitely out here.
So all right, brother. Salute, man. Thanks for calling.
Salute. Hey, Knicks is getting the brooms ready for these niggas. We winning
Ooh,
3 and we winning 4. I said it. Sweeping
let's
the
go.
soften, sweeping soften.
Let's go. Yo, man, I'm riding with you, man. I'm riding with you, man. All right, man. Have a good night, man.
Let's go.
Salute.
Shout out to the chat.
All right. That was my man, New Knicks, calling from OT. Man, yo, guys. Oh, man, what a great call. Man, he brought out the brooms. I'm trying to be objective with the gentleman's sweep. You feel what I'm saying? I'm trying to be objective with the gentleman's sweep. By the way, Big Dog Talk Sports, I see you in the chat. You better listen. This is a Knicks show. This is a Knicks fan show. You cannot tell us to calm down, brother. You cannot. Everybody counted us out. We gonna turn up. There is no turning down. There is no turning down. Like he said, there's going to be people getting heart attacks and being passed out drunk before the game start, and people getting arrested before the game start. You got to understand the energy of New York City. By the way, salute to HRM the Great. Salute to the chat. The chat is rocking. I'm feeling the energy. Strong Island Bomber says, "Bring out the brooms. Bring out the brooms." Damn, that's great. Yo, if we sweep these guys, whoa. If we sweep these guys, bro, that's a major win. Dude got another call. I think I know who this is. Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, man? It's Big Dog Talk Sports, man. What's good?
Hey, Big Dog Talk Sports, man. I knew it was you, man. What's going on, man? Hey, first off, I gotta remind you, this is a New York show. All right? This is a Knicks show. Now go ahead and speak.
Look, man, it's just the second round. Now I'm playing. Nah, I'm just joking, man. I got a question. Are y'all gonna take y'all gonna take the Celtics 20-point lead serious? Like they keep going up by 20, y'all just coming back winning, bro. Y'all gonna take this 20-point lead? Y'all supposed to lay down and let them win, bro. Yeah, y'all don't take this 20-point lead serious.
Yo, you know what's crazy, right? And this is what I'm saying. Like, this is the first time in NBA history, the history of the league, that you had a team come back in consecutive games down 20. And then to do it on the road? Yeah, them dudes is cooked, bro. They cooked.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
What more could they? All right, so you watched the game, right? So what other adjustments could they make?
Stop shooting so many. You talking about the Celtics?
Yeah, the Celtics. What other realistically and win, right?
Stop shooting so
What
many on threes.
and then do what? So when they stop shooting threes, what are they gonna do?
I drive to the basket, run some actual plays.
Not
You
built
know
like
what I'm
that. Not built like that.
See?
You know what it is? Because look, and I said this though, because I watched 40 Boston Celtic games over the season. Like I'm a damn Celtics fan. That's the number one team I watched the most outside of the Knicks. I watched a lot of Celtics games. I broke down, if you watch my 2-hour show, I broke down damn near everything you seeing now. I told y'all about the high pick and roll, right? I told you they're going to shoot 5 threes. They could miss all 5. They're going to shoot a 6th one. They missed 9 threes in the fourth quarter after they just made history missing 45 threes the night prior. There's no adjustments they could make. They are cooked. Do you hear me, New York City? They are done.
Hey, look, man, as a Warriors fan, what the Celtics got going on ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying?
But did you see why I told you in the finals I got the Knicks going to the finals on your show?
Yeah, you did say that.
I got the Knicks going to the finals. I ain't playing with you guys. Yo, Big Dog, listen. See, you a Warriors fan, so but you don't live in the Bay, but so you're abroad, a out of town Warriors fan. But I'm pretty sure in Golden State, or if you're a part of Golden State forums, you don't have negativity to the point where it's like before the playoffs starts, fire Steve Kerr and this player, this trade, this play. I mean, the Knicks energy is so negative going into the playoffs. I just don't understand it.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's just like the 49ers, the 49ers fans, they do the same thing. Fire the coach. Bro, we got the 2 Super Bowls, conference championship. Like, relax, bro. Like, right. They won the Super Bowl since 94. Calm down. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if the Niners, right, y'all been going to the second round for like 3 years in a row, right? You got a decent, like a not the youngest team, but a young team, right? And then you got a chance to go to the Super Bowl or go to the NFC joint. Why are you so negative? Like, that's the part that's the part that I just can't fathom. And I know as content creators, people got to find angles, and negativity sells. So yeah, they're good, but this, and then it's the negative angle. I'm just saying, as Knicks fans who want to see the Knicks win, if you're not going to give yourself a shot, I mean, I watched the 99 Knicks team defy all the odds, right? I learned my lesson from that year, because guess what? Game 5 with that Heat Knicks series, I went to go play basketball. I had a game, a tournament game, and I was out. I didn't even care about the game because they gonna lose. I learned my lesson from that point forward. You got to give your chance your team a shot, no matter what.
Exactly.
You know,
it is,
like so.
In this microwave era now, man, it's like, man, you don't win a championship within the first 1 to 2 years. Somebody got to get fired. It's like, bro, you gotta let it build up, man. I think the super team era of basketball got people want to see results like after 1 year. Like the team got to build up.
Right. Right.
Now,
And then, but check this though, Big Dog. So Big Dog, so no championship team in the last 6 years, right, has gone beyond the second round. The year prior they won the only the Lakers is the only team to do it, but that was 3 years later.
Right.
I told everybody, I said, bro, there's so much in our favor that if you guys would just be a little bit more level-headed, you could see it. You could see it. But on the Warriors side, how do you feel about the Warriors now that Steph Curry is out? Do you
I think you're only out for a week. I think you're only out for a week. But that still could be like 4 games. Right. And I think we can at least win one more game without him because our defense is incredible. And Buddy Hield.
Yeah, I don't know how. I'm trying to figure out how the hell the Warriors defense is that good.
What you mean?
Is Draymond really that good?
Yeah, Draymond really that good. He's a butthole, but he can play some defense.
And you know what? I asked ChatGPT, right? Because because look, I always try to make sure I'm not too fanned out, right? Because I know for a fact that OG Anunoby deserves to be on the defensive first team. But I had OG Anunoby ahead of Draymond. But I asked ChatGPT, I said, no, I asked it and I said, yo, why does Draymond get more votes than OG? And it told me why. In fact, the AI said that Draymond should be the defensive player of the year. I said, oh, snap. So I had to, pull back on my Draymond slander. I guess it's because he be going hard at the Knicks. So, if you come out at the Knicks, I got to go hard at you. But, I mean, yes, he's a really good defender. Jimmy Butler always was a really good defender, right? And I guess the Moody kid plays defense too, right?
Yeah, the whole team plays defense. Even Curry.
The whole team.
I ain't saying he's Nick McMillan or Gary Payton, but Steph Curry became a good defender. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got
just like
7, and he's guarding people like Izzy, who's 7 feet tall. DeMontis,
he guard everybody.
Yeah,
he guard everybody. Just like Brunson. Brunson played defense too. People, Brunson don't play no defense. Okay. I mean, I'm not saying he's a world stopper, but he gonna give you some effort. He gonna draw a charge. That's where it starts for me. Do you put effort on the defensive end? And that's the thing that, I think that people don't really take into consideration. So how realistic, how are you feeling on your end? Because I ain't gonna lie, the Thunder look crazy. I didn't even get a chance to watch that game because I just was on the phone all night.
I thought the score, it was 124-76.
They were killing them boys. Yeah, they were killing them boys.
I said Kiki Vanderway and we're flipping over tables. They were down. The Nuggets was down 48 points at the end of the third quarter.
Damn. At the end of the third, that's crazy. Because in my mind, I'm like, I really want to go on a revenge tour, right? But the only team I really don't want to see is OKC. So what I'm saying is, how realistic could we get a Knicks and Warriors finals? I would love to have the Knicks and the Warriors in the finals. How confident you are the Warriors gonna get there? Because I'm confident the Knicks definitely gonna get there.
Well, the Warriors, we can get there, but I got respect for OKC as the best team.
Yeah, them boys.
If we do make it to see OKC and OKC get past the Nuggets, that's gonna be a defensive Western Conference Finals like that. You're gonna see great. That's gonna be some great basketball. And overall, in your opinion, not just the Knicks game, in your opinion, how you feel about basketball since after the All-Star break? It's been some great basketball.
Listen, man, honestly, this is the best NBA basketball I've seen probably
in a long time.
Since the 2000 joints. Because, I ain't gonna lie, the early 2000s was lit. With the Pistons in them, you talk about basketball, bro.
Pistons and all them, yeah.
That was bad. Them early 2000 era, basketball. So I would say this is probably the best basketball I've seen since then. The hands down. I mean, even with the threes are not even like look at the scores. It's like 90s like scores. The game tonight, 91-90. You know what I'm saying? Like it just gives me that old school feel, especially with the refs letting them play. I just don't like the inconsistency, right? I think they could be a little bit more consistent. Are you going to let them play tonight, or are you going to call every foul? I think that's like part of the, the blurred lines. But besides that, honestly, I love the basketball, bro. Like, you can't just live by the 3-ball anymore. Everybody's doing a better job defending the 3-point line. Yeah, I love it. I think it's great. And I love all the upsets. Like I told you, I want to see all of them fall.
Right. And I was talking to Kobe Bryant film room earlier, and I was like, like a lot of the old heads, when I say old heads, I'm talking about people my age and above, they complain about the game today. I'm like, well, I don't know if they've been watching basketball like this season. Like, it's been some great basketball.
Great basketball.
Like, if you can speak negative when it's bad, and you can talk about it when it's good, too.
Yeah, you got to get the props.
Yeah.
Got to get the props. And that's what I'm saying. They're not watching the games because, especially in the play, I mean, it's like the 90s. Like, if you like that old school stuff, they playing just like it today. The Detroit Pistons, I mean, I think it was Josh Hart said, we brought our bats with us from the Pistons series. Because, I mean, it was very physical, bro. Very, intense.
Hey, the Warriors Rockets, same way. The Warriors Rockets. Like, Dylan Brooks, he feared one of our players. And
Yep. Yeah, they got dogs on Houston. Houston got some dogs, man.
Yeah.
But I said that the Rockets weren't ready. The Rockets weren't ready. Detroit wasn't ready. What other young teams? All these young teams, they're nice. They need some time. Veteran experience is just going to trump that every time, especially when you got people who won the championships and things of that nature. It's going to be hard to beat them. Like OKC with the Nuggets. I know they smacked the Nuggets tonight, but they still got to go to Denver. And so,
I wouldn't say they got ready though. I think they was ready. I just think the Knicks was the better team. Even though the Pistons got screwed in Game 4, but the Knicks was the better team. I felt like the Warriors was the better team, but the Rockets, they came to play. Emo Udoka, who's a great coach, by the way. He said, look, we're going to put Tension out there. We're going to put Steven Adams, 2 7-footers. Draymond 6'7", Jimmy Butler 6'7".
Yeah.
And they're going to have to fight against these big dogs. We got Jabari Smith, who's 6'10". We're going to put him at the 3. And we're going to put, which one is it, Amen Thompson? I think he like
Thompson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're going to have
they had a big, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they've been getting cooked, though. Thompson twins, no offense, but they've been getting cooked. They stop it. They're good, but they ain't on that level to stop Curry and Brunson. It's just, Just knock that all the way off. Knock that all the way off. And
man, respect to the Rockets. They fought, man. Like, they didn't give up. They got down 3-1, but hey, they came back and they fought. You know what I mean?
No, they for sure. They definitely fought. But the Rockets to me were more ready than the Pistons because they got a veteran point guard who was a champion and Dylan Brooks. I think that matters. Their veterans was way better than the Pistons veterans, even though the Pistons veterans didn't do too bad. Yep. So I'm hyped, man. Yeah, salute to, of course. And listen, I'm telling you right now, big dog, because you was a Knicks fan in the 90s. I want the Pistons in the next round. The Pistons better close that series out. I want Pacers. I want Knicks Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's what I don't want no hobble Cleveland team, you know?
Time out. When we was on my live and we did a pre-playoff prediction, you, Kobe Bryant, film room, and Ted, all y'all disrespected the Pacers. I'm the only one. And so the Pacers was
No, but what I remember was saying too was I said that the Pacers, I think either or those teams could upset Cleveland because Cleveland don't play, they don't got good perimeter defense. They can't guard on the perimeter like that. They're not all of that on the perimeter. But I thought that I might have picked Milwaukee because I didn't know that Dame was out with blood clots and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So Indiana once again got a lucky road because they got a lucky road last year. Injured Giannis, injured Knicks, and then they got swept in the finals by the Celtics. So, this year once again, injured Dame Lillard. Because I'm telling you, if Dame was there, yeah, that series would have been a tough series to win. Playoff Dame,
because Doc Rivers the coach, and I ain't got favorite.
Oh well, yeah.
I ain't got favorite.
That's
Dame
a whole nother
like
topic.
Yeah, I ain't got favorite Dame. I think Dame a little overrated. He's great, but I don't think he was been a top 75 player, especially not over Dwight Howard. That's another topic for another discussion.
Yeah, that's another topic. But yeah, I was always saying that there's no lock for Cleveland nor OKC to get to anywhere far, like into the finals, because what have they done in the postseason? OKC is a young team. Yes, they're great, right? Probably the best defensive team I've seen. I don't think I've seen a team defensively better in the history of the game. I just can't.
I gotta stop you. Now.
Who? Who's better defensively?
After you said Oklahoma City, the greatest defensive team in the history of the game.
Name me a better team.
We're not going to act like the 2004 Pistons never existed, so we're not doing it. You got to slow down. The 2004
The Detroit Pistons, all right, so the Detroit Pistons, yes, you had Reid, you had Ben Wallace, right? I believe both of them probably was All-NBA defense. I'm not sure if Chauncey was All-NBA defense. He might have been. But outside of those three, well, Tayshaun Prince too. Yeah, Tayshaun Prince was a beast.
Come on now.
But Rip Hamilton, though.
We seen what we did. We seen what they did to Shaq and Kobe. Let's not get disrespectful.
But you don't think Rip Hamilton, he was kind of the weak link, though? On the low?
But he wasn't weak.
He wasn't weak, but I'm saying, all right, so let me tell you about OKC. The reason why I think OKC is the best defensive team in NBA history, they don't have no weak links on defense, bro. You don't look at their lineup and say, I'm going to target that guy. Everybody who plays, all play defense. Everybody, including SGA.
You wasn't talking to nobody on the Pistons.
Huh?
You wasn't talking to nobody on the Pistons.
Who came off the bench and was the defender for them? Who was their bench defenders?
Let me go to that Pistons locker. Like,
because you got Caruso off the bench. You got Caruso off the. I mean, I'm just saying, like, dudes coming off the bench and they love to play defense. I don't think I've ever seen a team that had that much defense. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. I'd never seen that before. Where everybody, the star players, there's no weak links on defense. Like, they all do it at a high level. Like, I'd never seen that before.
It was the greatest defensive team I ever seen in my life. And then you
must be talking about the bad boy. Unless you're going back to the bad boy Pistons, then maybe.
04 Pistons, bro.
Nah.
Man,
I can't pick the 04 Pistons over OKC, man. They got the greatest differential in NBA history, 13 point whatever it is. That's the best differential in NBA history. Better than Jordan, better than the Warriors, better than anybody.
You understand this, right? They was number two. Like, they was number two, right, for the 40 points per game. But that's because Wallace destroyed the team till late in the season. Then when Rasheed Wallace came, they really became like the best defensive team of all time. They was already great. But then once Rasheed Wallace came in the late part of the season, they became like just ignorant.
When she got there, no. Detroit was so don't get what I'm saying twisted. Detroit is one of the better defensive teams in history. I'm just saying, like, if I had to compare them to OKC, where they had no weak, literally no weak links. I don't know, like they got all right. This might sound crazy. They got guys that they could put on Kobe, like. Detroit, Tayshaun Prince is going to get cooked. He was solid. I can't front on Tayshaun. He was all right.
So OKC defensive rating this year is 107.61, right?
Yeah.
The Pistons was 90.3, bro.
Yeah, but you know what? You know why you can't really compare that? It's because it's just like you could go on the offensive side. All of the ratings today is better than back in the day. So that era in itself defensively was better then. So of course you're gonna see.
I give you that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, I wouldn't compare it like that. That's why I'm just looking at it like how I realistically compare different eras. I would say how dominant are you against your peers, right? That's how I feel like it's a more fair comparison. That's why, you know, with the bald-headed guy out of Chicago and LeBron, I picked the bald-headed guy because he was more dominant against his peers. But 646-995-8389. This is the Knicks call up, the post game call up show, right? And call up Knicks Nation. I do got a Warriors fan on here, but we are still talking about these Knicks, man. Call up. 08 Celtics were one of the greatest defensive teams ever. Oh yeah, but Ray Allen was a weak link defensively. You ask me.
Weak, man. You gotta stop this, man.
What? Ray Allen wasn't a weak link?
It's about the team, bro. The whole team. The team as a whole, the 2008 Celtics is one of the greatest defensive teams of all time. The 2006 Celtics was one of the greatest defensive teams of all time.
Yeah, but when you look at OKC, you don't say, because every team got a guy, I'm going to pick on that guy. There's no guy you're picking on OKC. You scared of all of them.
But, bro, you got to pick the, quote-unquote, the weakest one. Everybody can't be, the whole team ain't full of Scottie Pippen. So it's got to be
who's the weakest one? Yeah, no. OKC got a whole bunch of Scottie Pippens, bro. They got a whole bunch of Scottie.
Like, we're not doing that, bro.
Bro, they got a whole bunch of Scottie Pippens, bro. They all play defense.
This is why I say y'all get too excited, bro. They ain't got no team.
Nah, I'm not.
Calm down, bro. Calm down.
I'm telling you, bro. All right, so if they ain't got a bunch of Scottie Pippens, they got a bunch of
like that's what I'm saying. Y'all be going.
I'm trying to think of from that era.
Y'all be going too far.
What, Vernon Maxwell's? I don't know. They got a whole bunch of good dudes that could defend.
Now, y'all be going too far, man. Y'all gotta calm down.
So all right, man. Listen, man. I'm gonna let you get your final word out. Warriors going to the finals. Knicks going to the finals. Who you got in the final? I know that's a bad question. You gonna pick the Warriors?
I mean, I want to pick the Warriors, but we gotta see how Curry injury is gonna be. Hopefully he can bounce back kind of fast. I'm probably about a week. Yeah, hopefully here Jimmy Butler can at least get one more game. If he gonna miss games 2, 3, and 4, hopefully get at least one more game to be tied 2-2 before he come back. But if so, right. I think we can, man, because Anthony Edwards, he's been playing like trash the last 2 games. I know people look at the stat line for the last game, but he had 23 points. Now, a lot of points came like when he was behind. And in the game 5 game against the Lakers, he played like trash, but at the end of the game, he doing a quote-unquote victory lap around the stadium like he did something. Like, Rudy Gobert should have been one doing that victory lap, but neither here nor there.
Yeah.
I think the Warriors can beat Minnesota.
Okay.
But it's going to be tough, though. Without Curry, it's going to be tough. So I had to wait.
Yeah, only reason why I'm not picking you because I think that Minnesota's going to be too tough without Curry. Because Ant-Man is Ant-Man. And he will wake up one of these games, so that's the only reason. Outside of that, I think y'all would probably beat anybody else in the West, including OKC, if they get past Denver. Because I feel like Steph Curry, like when the game gets close, same reason why I got the Knicks. When the game gets close, we got the best closer in basketball. Steph Curry, and I know you don't want to hear this, but he's the best closer in NBA history, bro. Down the stretch, there's nobody else I'm more scared of than Steph. Sounds crazy, I know. Sounds crazy, but that brother, I seen him do things. I seen him do things.
You too old.
Nah, bro.
You too old. So you got Michael Jordan. So my fault. The ball-headed guy from Chicago.
Ball-headed guy in Chicago.
You got Kobe Bryant. 2 players you've seen, bro. No disrespect to Curry.
Yeah.
Curry, my guy. I don't think he's far behind them at all. But come on, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Salute to ball-headed guy in Chicago, and salute to Kobe. They're great. They're the 2 of the top greatest players of all times, right? Steph, I got Steph up there too, but I'm gonna tell you like this: down the stretch, if the game is close, you give it a minute, he could put the Warriors up 9, just 3-3. I've never seen a dude, right, get double teamed. You talking about prevent defense like football, and he still gets the ball. And I'm like, yo, but y'all supposed to be stopping him from getting the ball. He still gets the ball. And then he's catching it and he's letting it go from 30 feet out. And that's a good shot for him. It's not a bad shot.
But see, the difference between him and Kobe and the ball-headed guy from Chicago is that they can kill you offensively, and they can also lock down your best offensive player on the other side of the ball too. So
the defense is defense. Yeah, if you want to add defense to it, then for sure not. But I'm just talking about just straight bucket getter. Yeah, man. Yeah. But all right, man. Thank you for calling, big dog. I'm getting ready to shut this down, shortly.
There's one thing you should remember about the 04 Pistons. This is from online. So the 2004 Detroit Pistons are widely regarded as one of the greatest defensive teams in NBA history. Their defense was particularly strong in the post-machine trade, with a 78.9 points a game allowed in 26 regular season games and 80.7 points a game allowed in 23 playoff games. They never allowed 100 points in those 26 regular season games or 95 points in regulation during the playoffs. So I just want you to remember that, how great that defense team was, especially after the Sheed.
They were great. No, they were great. They up there. They're up there for sure. But thank you for that, man. I appreciate that.
All right, so I'm out.
All right, salute, man. That was Big Dog Tall Sports, man. Keep the calls coming on the way out. 646-995-8389. Knicks will be chance says that 04 Pistons defense was on another level. Nah, it's facts. No, I'm not saying that the Pistons defense isn't great. I'm just saying I've never seen a team where they got dudes coming off the bench who you've never heard of, and they're not the mark. I've never seen a team like that, including that Pistons team, where they got dudes coming in off the bench and they're still locking you up. You got an all-NBA defender off the bench. How many teams got that in history? You got an all-NBA defense dude, and he's subbing in the game. You think you're going to get a break. Dort comes out, in comes Caruso. But let me see what else you guys talking about. HRM the Great, he agrees. Mikal owns Halliburton. Yo, HRM the Great, facts. Listen, I really need that Pacers series, man. That's the team that I wanted to see the most. I really want to play against Indiana so we could show the world how much better we are than them. They're doing great things. But come on, guys, let's keep it real. The Pacers is beating up on injured dudes, bro. And no, we don't want to make excuses. But, bro, look at the resume, bro. In Milwaukee last year, beat up Giannis. Knicks last year, everybody hurt. This year, injured Dame. Second round, injured Cavs. Come on, dude. The Pacers can be having a free ride. But guess what? That free ride will be over in the ECF against the Knicks. NBA. Yo, we coming. And I'm telling you right now, the challenge always was the Boston Celtics. That was always the challenge. If you get past Boston, to me, the sky's the limit. I'm looking at a championship. And, you know, the basketball gods and the nature of the game, yo, teams who won the championship, they just don't make it past the second round. I don't know. That's just been the story. HM Gray says they robbed us of experience. That's a fact, because I think, honestly, last year's Knicks team, I think they would have gave the Celtics a run. You know, and also, too, like the lineup, remember my wacky lineup where I said I want to put Towns on Brown? Well, that team with Hartenstein, Randall, OG, now you could put Randall on Brown. So now Brown doesn't have the physical contact, because you've seen it tonight. Brown was getting a lot of contact drives, taking advantage of smaller guys. That's what his goal is, right? When you put size on Brown, he looks to screen and he wants to mismatch. And they don't really run enough of that, but it is what it is. I mean, Jason Tatum, to me, he tried to get more drives. Let me see if I can pull up Tatum stats really quickly. Oh, wait, how did Stephen A video this play? That was weird. Hold on, let me go in research mode. Stephen A. Smith. Now we gotta listen to Stephen A. Smith cheer like he was feeling the Knicks, like he picked the Knicks to win, knowing he didn't pick the Knicks to win. Now the Knicks are going to win, and he gonna gloat. Let me see. Jaylen Brown, 8 of 23. He still took 7 threes, though. I think that's the issue right there. Why are you taking 7 threes when you were killing us all night? So 7 threes, he missed 5 of them. Take off 5 from his field goal percentage. He would have been 8 of 18. His percentage wouldn't have looked as bad as it is. But he got a lot of shots. He got 4 more shots than Tatum. Tatum, he tried. Look, Tatum 5 threes. So that means 14 of his baskets was going towards the basket, and Tatum is not really comfortable going towards the basket like that. He's not. If he can't dunk it, layups are a challenge for him. He's not a good layup guy. He needs to dunk the ball. Let me see. Might have to change that name. What does he have to change the name to? H.R.M. the Great. This will be champs 24-25. Let me see. They got Ben Mathurin back too. I ain't worried about Ben Mathurin. Ben Mathurin is nice. But one thing that we got the edge over all these teams besides Boston is we got good perimeter defenders. And our perimeter defense has been an A1. Right? That's why Boston is struggling. Look at Boston's numbers. They shooting 25% from 3. And look at their field goal percentage is even more nasty. 36% from the field. What made this game a game, I'm going to tell you the 2 stats that made this game a game. 51 rebounds. You see that right there? What did I say? I said DRM, dominating the rebounding matchup. Right? Especially the defensive guys, because what? Look at this. They had 16 offensive rebounds. Anytime they get more than 11 rebounds, they had a really good record. I think it was 37-13 on the regular season. You can't allow Boston to you can't see it. You can't allow Boston to get more than 11 offensive rebounds. That's what made this a game, because they got a lot of second chance opportunity, more so second chance threes, but they still were off tonight from the downtown. And what was the magic number I told you for threes? 15. So anytime the Celtics get 15 threes or more, they also have a really good record. It's in my notes somewhere around here. But they're really proficient when they hit that 15-game mark. They had like 65 games. Oh, I think they were 51-14, okay, when they get 15 threes or more. 51-14. They had 65 games where they shot 15 or more threes. These are my stats that I told you about, guys. I watched a lot of Boston games to come up with all of these numbers I'm telling you about. Okay? Right? Then I had to go back and I watched the OT game between the Knicks and Boston. I didn't watch the first 3 games over because I felt like that Knicks team is not like the Knicks team we had now. Post All-Star break Knicks team is way different. Way better. We didn't shoot that well from the field, 43%. Right? 9 of 31 from threes. We didn't shoot that well from the field. But at the same time, it still was good enough to get the job done because 11 steals, we were forcing turnovers. I think the Celtics had like 16 turnovers. Getting in transition, right? That brought us back. We also closed the rebounding gap because the Celtics, I believe, coming into the 4th quarter, I think they were like plus 11. I could fact check that because I could have sworn I wrote it down somewhere. I think they were like plus 11 going into the 4th quarter. So in my mind, I'm like, damn, we got to close that rebounding battle. And he did go to the double big lineup in the 4th quarter somewhat. But Mitchell Robinson, his his presence was felt in this game. 8 rebounds off the bench in 22 minutes. And I like what I saw. Still trying to find that rebounding stat. For this one, I wrote it down. Yes, minus 11 on the glass. Minus 11 on the glass at the end of the third quarter. So in the fourth quarter, so we had 29 rebounds, right? We wind up finishing with 46. That means we were able to get 17 rebounds in the fourth quarter. Whereas the Celtics, they had 51 rebounds and they got, what's that? That'll be 11, 29. So they had only 10 rebounds. So we had more rebounds in the fourth quarter than the Celtics. Hold on. I see you, JJP and YC. You say you put something in the Discord. Let me see what you put in the Discord. Let me make sure it's family friendly before I put it, if I have to put it up on the screen. But yeah, this is the last call for calls, guys. This is the post-game Knicks call-up show, the first of its kind. Hold on, am I missing calls? Because I didn't have the call window open. Sometimes my app acts wacky. Wow, I missed a couple of calls. I'm going to try some of you guys back. Let me try this number first. I think I know who this is, too. So, 831, I'm trying to get you back on the line before I get up out of here. Let's see. Keep the calls coming, 646-995-8389. I'm sorry if I missed your call.
I'm sorry, the person you were...
Okay. Sorry I missed your call. This other guy, I'm not going to call him back. My bad, y'all. I missed y'all calls. You know what? I'm going to try to call him back. If I did miss your call, call back. My phone app is not showing me the notifications. It's weird. Let's see. See if I get him.
Yo,
Hello, caller. Hello, caller.
Long Island Bomber, the one and only.
Oh, Strong Island Bomber. Let's go. This your first time calling up, right?
First time coming up, man.
Oh, man. Salute to you, man. Sorry I missed your call. My phone app, it don't be showing the notifications sometimes, man. What's going on, my brother? Talk to me, man. How are you feeling right now? Knicks in 5, Knicks in 4? Talk to me.
Man, I'm trying to come down from this cloud that I'm in right now. I can't believe it. Like, we went down again, 20 points. I was so pissed off. I almost threw the damn phone against the wall. I mean, these calls, these refs, the refs, man, they were screwing us, man. If you look at the refs in this game, the 3 refs, the games that they have officiated for the Celtics won 13 games with these refs. 13 games. That had me worried when I saw that stat. I was like, damn, they're trying to screw us.
Wow.
But
I didn't even peep that. Wow.
yeah, 13 games. Look it up. We kept fighting, and that's the one thing I kept thinking, man, we just got to close that gap. If we could keep this game close down to the wire, we can win the game. That's what Brunson comes alive. That's Captain Clutch, right? We live in the clutch. Knicks live in the clutch.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? We live in the clutch. We live for the clutch moments. That's what we about, right? We built that reputation. Brunson built that reputation. So
Nice facts.
I think now going back to MSG, Game 3 for me, it's a must win. I feel like Game 3 is a must win because that's like putting a stamp on the game. You officially put your foot on the neck and you're not getting off. Like it's over. No team has come back. I don't care who it is. No one has come back down 3 games. Oh, it's only happened in baseball. And I don't want to talk about that. That's another subject.
We don't want to get to baseball because we know the team went the one team that the one team that did that. But yeah, let's not go there.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, we don't want to go there.
Exactly.
So,
So it hasn't happened in basketball, and I don't know. I don't know if it can happen in basketball, even with as good as the Celtics are. Right now, I feel like physically and mentally, we've got to them. We're beating them down with our physicality.
Right.
I really feel that, and I think that Pistons series really kind of woke us up because they were talking about Cap's soft, the Knicks are soft, that we lost our identity. because of DiVincenzo and Randall and iHeart and all this other stuff. And I really think that players hear that and they take that personal. They take that to heart. You know what I'm saying? And I
Right.
feel like that Pistons series really woke this team up. It got we kind of got our mojo back in that physicality. You know what I'm saying? And that's wearing on the Celtics. I feel like we are. That's wearing on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah,
Um,
that's a fact. I agree. And I think that they're out of adjustments. I can't see them coming out game 3 doing anything different than they did in game 2 when they started game 2 trying to attack, the basket. They tried to attack Brunson. They got Jaylen Brown going early in the game. But I mean, what more can you do besides that? Because Tatum is not that guy. Tatum is not a take it to the basket guy. He has to dunk the ball. Anytime he has to do layups, he's not as efficient, right? He's not as solid when he has to do that. So I think that Boston is out of a job. I mean, what are they going to do? They could try wacky lineups, I guess. But I just
I'm
think that
saying
this series is over.
like what adjustment if you're Missoula, what can you do? Because you follow this recipe when they won the championship. Chuck, you shooting threes, literally shooting teams out of the arena. What more can you do? Brown is, Brunson's trying to guard out Brown. Like I see these switches that
Yeah.
Brunson will end up on Tatum or Brown, and he's giving up
Yeah.
30-40 pounds, maybe 4 5 6 inches. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? What more can you do as a coach? Like,
Right, they've been doing that because, like, what they do is they'll let Holiday set screens or Pritchard, whoever Brunson is guarding, that guy, because all 5 guys for Boston can set screens. So that's how they force mismatches. Like I said I'm not sure. Yeah, I think you probably was there when I did the 2-hour show giving the 10 reasons why they're going to win. Boston, their goal, they're mismatch hunters. And by the way, J-Tab, I'm not sure if you tried to call up. I think you did, because I think that was your area code that called up. Call back J-Tab, because I know you said you was gonna call in. But yeah, they run their goal is to try to get mismatches and then also find open 3-point shooters. 2 things they want to do.
yes,
So
yes.
how are you gonna change that up in the playoffs?
Exactly. And let me say something about KP, Kristaps
Yeah.
Porzingis.
Mhm.
And I don't wish this on him or nobody, but I think that he got a blood clot. I don't know why. I got a feeling that that could be a blood clot. They're saying that this issue is
Ooh.
going back months. Apparently, he's been dealing with this. It's a mystery illness. I think maybe they know and they don't want to say nothing. Sometimes organizations, they'll try to keep things under wraps. They don't want to say anything, and they're like, let's give him medication. Let's say we could break it. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess there's
Yeah.
medication for that where it could break down in your body. Because Damian Lillard had one. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
Lillard had
Yeah.
one in the Bucks series, and he
Yeah.
got better apparently because of the medication or whatever. Maybe that's what it is, and they trying to keep it on wrap. I don't
Well,
know, man.
they say that he had some sort of virus, right?
Hmm.
So, my mind at the time was going kind of crazy. What type of virus could this be? I don't know. That's that man's personal business. But
Right? Yeah. Like at first, I was like, maybe he got
yeah.
COVID or something, or maybe he just got a flu or something like
Nah,
that.
they said that it was some type of like infection where the infection is not known. Like it's like some type of rare infection. That's what they say, right? But who knows? I mean,
That had me
we're
worried a
not
little
his
bit. 'Cause I'm like,
doctor,
damn, you got
Yeah.
him around Knicks players. Knicks are playing against the
Nah, it's
Celtics.
not a
Like,
virus.
you know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
I
I
was
was
thinking
like, damn,
that. I was thinking that too,
keep
but
him away.
it's not that. It's not that type of virus.
Right. I'm like, man, keep him away, man. Like,
Yeah,
keep
nah,
him. He needs to be in quarantine somewhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's not that
that's
type of illness because they said that it's some type of rare joint. I don't know, but it's something that they don't know what it is, pretty much. But that excuse could be used for other things, but I'm not going. Oh, you catch me in
right,
the next
right.
one? All right, cool. I got you, J Tab. Next one. My bad, I missed your call, man. But yeah, I catch you on the next one. But so
I,
yeah,
I want I want
mhm.
to say another thing. I like Cat's aggressiveness, especially going against Horford, because I've been hearing since like all 4 games in the regular season, Celtic fans will be like, "Oh, Horford's gonna lock Towns down and this and that." I like those baskets, and he's going. Horford's a good defender. I won't take that away from him, but come on, Cat was having his way with him. Cat scored a few. Of course, he could have done more,
Yeah.
Cat. But you know what? It was a collective, total team effort. And Bridges came alive in the fourth quarter. Well, he had 14 points, I think, in the fourth quarter, all 14 points.
Right. No, yeah.
He had all,
Let me tell you exact points right now he had, because I got it up here. Hold on. He had 14. Yep. The 14 all in the fourth.
big fourth quarter.
7 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. Yeah.
Exactly. But Bridges is a weird player because he can be playing like the first 3 quarters, and you're like, he's not doing nothing, he's not like, and then he'll come alive in like the most important, crucial moments. He'll come and he'll make some game-winning plays. He did that the last game too. So I feel good about this series. I know that they're still the champs, so we got to take them serious. We can't get, too high on ourselves. Just stay locked in, stay focused for game 3. We need to try to take game 3, because if we could take game 3, that's pretty much going to take the fight. That's going to put them to bed. It's going to put the dagger through the heart.
It's over.
It's over at that point. So game 3 is like
get the
game
brooms
7.
out for sure. Yeah,
exactly.
That's how they got to treat it. That's how they got to treat it. And also, like, another thing with Mikel too, us as fans, we don't value the defensive side of the ball enough to realize that he had 3 steals, that he was really playing good defense. He was one of the main catalysts as to why Boston was shooting 20% from 3. And he does a lot of things on that side of the ball. So even if he's not scoring, he's still productive. That's why Coach Tibs gave him 43 minutes, the most minutes on the team. So, and you got to give him an opportunity to work it out. Eventually his shot will fall, and he's shown the ability in the fourth quarter to turn it on. It's not the first time we've seen that. So I just think that I would love for him to bring it early, but because he's doing so much defensively, right, it's like we kind of got to pick our poison with that a little bit, because he's mostly guarding the opposing team's best player. Yeah.
He's kind of like, he's lanky, he's skinny like Durant, but he looks stronger. I think he's stronger than when he looks, because when he ripped that ball from Brown in that first game, I'm like, and Brown's a solid dude. Jaylen Brown's a solid dude. He's a strong guy. So when he just ripped it, like, I'm like, Bridges is pretty tough. He's pretty strong. You know, he don't look like it, but.
Hey, don't sleep on the slim guy. I'm a slim guy myself, and I still play. I guard dudes that's like 2 inches taller than me, 250. I'm moving them out the paint. Hey, you gotta know how to use your body too. It's not just all about the size aspect of it. So yeah.
Yo, let me say one other thing too. The fact that we're up 2 games, right? And what's scary is we haven't even played our best. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we haven't hit our final form. You know what I'm saying? Like Super Saiyan,
we haven't.
Goku level 3, level 4, level 5. We haven't even hit that yet. That's crazy.
No, we haven't.
Got 2 games on the champions, man.
On the champs, man. Brunson didn't even get 20 points.
Bro, right. He hasn't had a crazy... He hasn't blown up for 40, 50 points like he did last year in the playoffs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had
and that's
there. He had 40 points, 4 games in a row. He had 40 points last year. It was against the Sixers when we were playing the Sixers, I believe. He had dropped
he's saving the 40. I think he's saving that for Indiana. I think he's saving that for Indiana next round. He gonna start dropping 40. Because they ain't got nobody that could guard him. If they think they're going to bring Nehar and Neesmith, and okay, they getting caught.
I haven't really seen, to be honest, the only person I've seen that had some success guarding Brunson was in the last series versus Detroit, the Thompson twin. He had somewhat success a little bit. He gave Brunson a little bit of trouble, but Brunson still figured him out, you know what I'm saying? And hit that game winner to send them to Cancun in 6. But
send them to Cancun, yeah.
Yeah, man, it was great talking to you. I'm definitely going to keep calling back.
Yeah, we're going to be live again Friday. This Friday, we got the call-up show.
I'll be on. I'll make sure to be on, but I'll tap in, man. Take care of yourself. Go Knicks.
Salute, man. Let's go Knicks, man. All right. Salute, man. Strong Island Bomber in the house. So I'm gonna wrap up. On the wrap up, just trying to see if there's anything else I should highlight. By the way, definitely if you're feeling the merch, that's behind me, the Captain 11 brand, the Bodega Cat brand, you know what I'm saying? Go to shop.theobjectiveknicksfan.com, or you could go to shop.thisweekinsidetheknicks.com. And, I got the merch on there for a good price. I got the Captain 11 mug right here. Right, you can go get the Bodega Cat mug. Good prices, man. Salute to everybody that supported the store. Every time you drink from the mug, it just makes the drinks taste better. Definitely go make sure you check out the store. Also, join the channel, man. Hit the join button. If you're a subscriber, we got a lot of perks for the members. One of the perks is the Mixtape Madness Discord server, an exclusive place where we have great conversation. It's the best place to extend the conversation with me. And we talk about all sports, but mostly Knicks, but we talk about everything, man. And it's just a nice place to be. Before I wrap, I just want to make sure I got everything. I'm probably going to do a short for TikTok. If you're on TikTok, get at me on TikTok, The Objective Knicks Fan. And let me see. I think that's it, man. Salute the new Knicks in the chat. Soften. I like the Soften. Strong Island Bomber. Salute the Knicks will be champs. Salute to all the Mixtape Madness Discord server people. JJP, NYC, JTAP, Nick Shack. Salute to you. Salute to Yuri who called. He was the first one to call up. Big Dog Talk Sports. Salute to JTAP, even though I missed your call. Strong Island Bomber. Who else I missed? Did I miss anybody else? Thank you for all you guys for calling. I guess that's all I got for you guys, man. I want to keep this video a little short because I know it's late and I'm going to allow people to watch the playback. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. And until next time, you already know the vibes. Let's go Knicks. And get the brooms out. We out.